Hey, what's up? I'm off work for the rest of this week, so I'm going to be making content in the mornings when I can. I figure I got the time. So besides the gym and running errands, I'm going to try to pump more content out while I have the time. Yeah. So let's talk about boredom. It's going to be a big issue earlier on in sobriety. Because if you're anything like me, a lot of my free time on the weekends, was always work. Then the weekends, if I wasn't drinking, I would be bored, and everything was associated with drinking. A new game release, having a good day, celebrate. Bad day, celebrate. Sports, holidays. I've mentioned this many times before, but everything was revolving around drinking, having that fun, music, deep diving into music and all this stuff. Without the alcohol, you're gonna feel very bored for several weeks. This fades out, and your brain will release more serotonin and dopamine long term. You're really like depleting your brain of these things, and it can take 3, 6, 9, 12 months, 2 years. It all depends. I've heard if you're an everyday drinker, it can take much longer. And I can speak personally, it does help. I still have my anger issues, which I'm very open about. And not like severe anger issues, but like something I'm working on. But as far as like my brain, it's been much easier. Like I don't even think of drinking when I'm doing something that was normally associated with it. But boredom does creep up on me, and I try to find something to do. Like idle hands are the devil's playground, right? I try to find something to do, guitar, journal, make content, make comedy, game, go out and camp, hike. There's a lot of things to stay busy, and some of these things may not interest you. You have to find your own path with that kind of stuff. And it's hard at first. I know the first few months, things are lackluster, man. Like without the alcohol. Like alcohol numbs you out. It gives you that euphoria rush at the beginning, and then that goes away, and then you're miserable. Rinse and repeat. It's like you're chasing the first couple drinks, and you always go too far. And if you're a moderate drinker, I envy you. Because I always say like the 3-drink me is where I wish I could have just been and been done with it every time. But that's not the way it is. It's always more. The addiction of more, the addictive personality, you have to channel it right. The only vice I have left with my addictive personality is coffee, which I'm going to do a detox. I'm not looking forward to it because I know it's going to be much more severe this time around. I've done 2 detoxes before, and I'm drinking. With being almost a year sober, I've really supplemented drinking more coffee, which is allowed on my fasting. And it's not a good thing. It's not as bad as dousing myself in alcohol every other weekend, but it's a better alternative, but it's still bad. So I want to cut it out. So we'll be tracking that, but try to stay active. Try to find hobbies you enjoy. And if you're just miserable, just know it gets better. Like I've said before, it's hard to realize that. It seems impossible. And everyone will preach to you it gets better with time. It really does. It does. And in the back of my head, I always knew that, but it was so hard getting there. And now that I'm almost to a year, which we're creeping up on 11 months, which is awesome. And I've had a very stressful week, and I'm handling it very well. With being off work for several days, on a normal week, like 2 years ago, I probably would have drank. Just knowing I could have just rested, laid around, and then had, then got back into the gym later. It definitely hindered my workout process too, but I would work around it. I'd always find a way, which was very toxic for myself. Hi, kitty. Want to come say hi? My little kitty. Come on up. Say hi. You're not going to be up long, are you? No? There you are. It's my deaf cat. He's all over my socials. He has one blue eye, one gold eye. He's deaf, but he makes the best of it. He can feel vibrations. I signal to him and everything. He's pretty cool. He's a cool cat. Saved him. He was in rough shape when he was a kitty outside. Now he's a beast. But, yeah. And a little fun fact, too. When I would drink, my animals acted different. It's like my aura changed or something. I don't know how to explain it. They knew when I was drinking. I don't think they liked it too much because, like, I closed off. I wouldn't pay attention to them. They pick up on that kind of stuff. But, yeah, build a foundation. Find some hobbies that interest you and stick with them. They will become enjoyable again. It's very hard. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It can be very hard with that, with the boredom. Between socializing and boredom, they were like the two big factors of what, and depression, I guess, would be a third. They were the three big factors of why I drank to begin with. And boredom was always a trigger, man. It was like, oh, I'm bored. Let's drink. Same with my friends. Being lovey. Being in like a small town, everything. That's what people do. They go to the bar. Get down, buddy. I love ya. I love you. Yeah. You're a good boy. He's a cool cat. He's being all lovey. He sheds like a fiend, though. But, yeah. Life is great. It's been a stressful week. Handling it well. I'm just making content. I'm still addicted to Diablo 4. Gym, errands, rinse and repeat. Got stuff planned out for the weekend. And gaming, obviously, because I'm a nerd. But yeah, I just wanted to stress again in a video. Sorry if I seem repetitive. It's hard to make content sometimes. But I just really wanted to stress the boredom. I know everyone can relate. The boredom, man. When you got that free time, it's a killer. But you can fill that time with productive things. And your reward system will shift towards the positivity. Like, you need to frequent the gym. Like, say it's a weekend. Man, my weekend cardio sessions, and I'll do calisthenics on the weekends. It's amazing getting that done when normally I'd be laying around hungover. It feels great. It alleviates depression. And it's positive. Instead of spending the money and dousing myself in the alcohol and laying around and avoiding friends and family, I'm active, I'm present, I'm there, baby. And that's what it's all about. That's what sobriety is about. And I absolutely love it. I'm not giving it up. That monkey always, it creeps up on me a lot less, but it still creeps up on me. The beer fest was a bit of a trigger, was good. The stressful week was a bit of a trigger, but I am not giving in. Like, I'm getting stuff done and I'm going to get through it. And like I always say, you get more resilient every time you say no and you pick a more positive path. You have a choice. And it's hard, man, because I know what it's like to just all of a sudden have that craving and you fight with it and fight with it. Next thing you know, you're drinking and you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this for this buzz? It's not even worth it. It's addiction. It's what it is. And I'm glad I can be an example, like the average dude, to lose the weight, to quit the nicotine, to quit the alcohol, and to share it on my channel. I'm very privileged and I'm very happy to be able to do that. And I want it to be like, I want to inspire people like, wow, if this average blue collar dude can do it, I can do it. Because you'll see like really wealthy people, they have treatment programs and personal trainers and they still don't get anywhere, dude. So like, I'm showing you the average dude can do it. I feel like I'm above average sometimes because of the stuff I've overcome, which is great. And anyone can do it. Just like guitar, people are like, oh, it's too hard, or oh, my fingers hurt. No, I did it. I taught myself how to play. You can do it with the help with a friend, but people they limit themselves and they don't know their full potential, and it's sad because life beats you down and it's stressful. It's grieving. It can be horrible, but it also can be amazing. like nature. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of positivity out there. It's like Wes Watson says, your frequency is what you frequently see. You have to seek out the positive. You have to try to be positive. And I still sometimes I'm negative, and I'm working on that too. The anger, handling stress, not having the vices to turn to. It's still a battle for me, and I'm still trying to improve day by day. But try to stay active. Maybe make content for people. Like if I inspire even one person to make their own content, whether it be working out, anything, go and do it.